Welcome everybody to Elian Habanero's Fave 5 365 Pro Wrestling matches, PWA matches from our 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. Right now, we're going to introduce the main man, the guest of the hour, Elian Habanero.
Kua, it's me. I got a headset on. Let's do wrestling, old wrestling matches. It's going to be fun. And I just hope people are here to ask some questions and enjoy my great commentary. This is the bonus features, the DVD, Blu-ray exclusives, commentary on the matches from my point of view.
And we usually don't do this. This is the first time we had a guest live, so this is a lot of fun. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and Twitch, and we're on YouTube. So any person can ask a comment. We got one coming in right now. We got a hello fella from Mark Solson. I can show that right on screen, so they pop up so you can see them as well.
Jello fellas.
He corrected it. Awesome. So we're gonna start things off. What is your number 5 match?
Well, I gotta say, first off, this was really hard. And to clarify, I don't know if they're my favorite 5 matches because Reggie already did one, Warhead already did one, Joey Allen already did one. So I didn't want to do the same matches. And either way, I'm sure people are still going to be butthurt, but I just tried to pick ones that meant a lot to me or had good stories behind them. I do love all these matches, but if you're left out, we're going to do a part 2. We're going to do part 2 if it goes well. So there's that. The first one I picked, which would be number 5, is it's a match against Clay Wilson. Basically what happened is I wrestled a couple tag matches against him when I was teamed up with Lenny and stuff like that. But, I watched some of the other matches and I seen that he had a lot to offer. And then I found out I was going to wrestle him on this Guelph show. And it was a TV taping for the Rogers, like the local Rogers channel. And what happened is he got there really late because it was a Friday. But I knew kind of what I had my game plan ready. So I just was going to go out there and execute that. And the match before this, we were the second match on the show. The match before, the crowd wasn't really getting into it. And we got that place going. And also, one of the fun stories from it for me was this was one of the only events there was a backstage monitor showing the Rogers, the monitors of, the different camera of what they were filming, so we could watch it in the back. And we got not a standing ovation like everyone says in the back, but we got some mighty praise from this match. And one other thing I really wanted to point out is because of YouTube, we don't show the music and the entrances. But if you're wondering why they're cheering for some guy who looks out of shape, looks like a backyard trash wrestler in his crappy cargo pants that are ripped, why they're cheering me so much, because the crowd is loud for this one. It's because I do a crazy entrance. That I wish we could show the entrances. I don't think any of these matches contain entrances. But so just picture it in your mind that the crowd is hot before we click into the match. Let's do wrestling. Ring the bell. I love it. And this is also not the Rogers commentary.
I turn the mic going down just a little bit so you can hopefully hear Elian a little better.
Oh, sorry. Should I repeat myself?
No, yeah, because we didn't hear you. It's really loud.
This isn't the Rogers. This is a fan cam. The Rogers had commentary in different camera angles. This is just the one that found its way on YouTube.
I don't know, fast. Oh, the 10 punch didn't work. Hey, Jonah, we turned it down a little bit. Does that help for you? And Elian, poolside Sean Ball is saying hi. It's okay. I can't seem to hear it. Hey, Elian, your mic it said is unconnected. Their mic isn't connected, it says. This is in Guelph. Right now we just have Elian's mic isn't connected. For some reason it's not coming through. We have Clay Wilson and Elian Habanero wrestling. This was Rogers taping, like you were saying. He's probably the most improved wrestler. Just keeps getting in his zone here. Looking on Elian Habanero. They got the lights up here for the golf show. How's it going, Elian? Oh, we can't. Alright, so Elian just stepped up for a minute. He's throwing us back. How's it going, Elian?
Can you hear me?
We can. You're back.
What the heck? Yeah, I don't know. It just said your mic has stopped working on this browser, but missed all the good spots I was going to point out. But as long as it's working, I just restarted it. And this is back before Clay Wilson wore his other gear, and he broke his suspenders in this match. I was pretty proud of this. When we came back, there were some people that had a lot of good things to say about this match. And this rocked my head.
Yeah, that looks disgusting.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that.
Jordan's saying our mics are still a little bit low. I tried to turn the volume up in the settings. Hopefully that helps. Because we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, I can't do the individual ones. It's just on this one StreamYards app, so hopefully that helps out. Nice.
I tried to move my mic closer to my mouth.
That's what I'm doing as well now.
Fun fact, Old School got chewed out in the locker room after this match.
What do you do?
There's a spot, I think Clay Wilson has me in like a rest hold, and he slides the suspender. It might have already happened. And he chokes me with the suspenders like blatantly in front of Old School's face. And people didn't think it was so great.
Looking for that
it was our fault though. We made him look stupid, but he also didn't react the way he should have. And you could hear the crowd is hot. I miss Guelph. I tried to pick a match from each different city. Unfortunately, no Cambridge matches got selected. I was going to do the Jesse Jones one. That didn't make it. So many I wanted to do. So I just kind of did different things for different reasons.
It's awesome. It's a nice collection of matches here. Different people, different opponents, and different cities. A big comeback here.
The crowd was very quiet the match before this. Look at that. I almost touched it, but I didn't.
Yeah. That was a sweet matchup.
Yeah, man, the crowd was
And it
hot.
was nice. It was a nice length too, especially if the one before is a little bit low. A nice quick match with lots of action in it.
Yeah,
And
I think it was like
volleys.
10 minutes with the entrances and stuff, probably like 6.5 minutes without that stuff. But you get 10 minutes, you take up 2 on your entrance. That's how you get over.
Now we got Super K or Suicide Sean Ball asking if he makes the list.
Oh no, should we keep him in suspense or?
I think so.
He's not the next one, so he'd have to wait a little bit longer if he is in it. But he's it's not too late. The Leafs game's not on until 8 there, Super Bally. So number 4, this one I picked against Sean Spears. Now, a lot of people are going to think it's the one in Cambridge against Sean Spears. No, it is not. I've wrestled Sean Spears probably 20, 25 times, but only twice professionally. And the first time we wrestled in Cambridge, it got a lot of votes for match of the year, and Ontario gave it a lot of praise on the message boards and stuff like that. But that's not the one I picked, because in that match I got knocked out and my performance was not up to my standards because I didn't know where I was for a lot of the match. So we wrestled again the next year in Brantford, and it was redemption for me. That's all it was. Some people say it's not as good as the first match, but the fact that I could perform at the level I wanted and do all the stuff I wanted to do was pretty sweet for me. And I feel like we had really good chemistry. So it's March 2006 in Brantford against Sean Spears, currently on AEW Dark.
Former GLCW Tag Team Champion.
And here we go. This one seems to have some commentary to it. I hear Paul Wright.
Jackie Jones, and they have got to get this copyright law right. The divorce was a long time ago. She is not Jones anymore.
Jackie Jones spotting. Who's the ref? Jay Smith.
We can call her Jackie anything if you
He's
like.
one of the
And
best.
if you see in the crowd, there's like Josh Alexander, Rip, some guy I won't say, Chris Chambers. Josh, I interviewed Josh Alexander on my Willow show, and he put this match over.
I hate to say that Elian Habanero began
It's a heck of a matchup. I was surprised it was this one and not the other one. There's Addy Star too.
Yeah, it's tough for me to watch that one. Like I said, I was struggling to get through it, and like there's noticeable things that to me it's really tough, and it's not as good as quality on YouTube as well because it was just from my VCR.
This is kind of fun because you see Jesse Jones holding you back. At this point in PWA, Jesse Jones owned you, so to speak. He won your card, and you had to do whatever you want. You're basically a slave. And he wouldn't let you say hello to the fans or clap hands with the crowd, so he always prevent you from that. And you won the Internet Championship. He made you give it back to him. So this was quite a dynamic.
I love it. Like, and anybody wonders why I'm so excited to get out there and run around and not get in the ring, because it was prevented. I was prevented from doing that for so long. So now I really always appreciated it, but I really make the most of it here. Sean Spears in great shape here before he got signed to the WWE the first time there.
The first ever Internet Champion way back in July 31st, I believe you said.
And when Jeff, the referee.
Heck of a matchup there back then.
No, that's Jay Smith.
Oh, sorry, I meant the ring announcer. He just walked through the screen.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion, a better looking manager.
And there's actually one move or sequence in this match that still bothers me till this day, but I won't say it and see if anyone can point it out, because if no one can point it out, then I should be able to sleep tonight, because if it's only me that noticed, maybe.
Then it won't bother you no more.
Yeah, so let's see if anyone can pick up that. There was just, everything went so great except for one little thing that only me and him would have known.
He can say Cuba, and that relates to just about everything he wants to say.
Here we go.
Wasn't as amped up back then as I am now when I wrestle, but probably was a little bit more technically sound, and did some different things that I also can't do now. So I kind of like switched it up a bit as my body got more beat up. Oh, happy birthday to Cocker! I don't know if I said that right.
Have his
You did.
ass kicked right from ringside to the.
It's pretty cool to me. This is 2006, and this is still a match that I think holds up.
Oh, it is Joe Dog with Paul too. That's sweet. I love that commentary team.
Oh, look at this.
The Joe Dog Gordo and Joe Dog Paul were my two favorite commentary teams. There's so many other good groups, but those I think were my favorite too.
I did a thing on the Weekly Whisper actually. I love that move. I felt like I came up with that move too.
You did.
I
You
came up
made
with
him
that
do
move.
it. I remember him.
But I mean the
not
jump
wanting to
around
do
arm
it.
drag one, not the pop-up one.
I'm at the
And Elian going for the same move, going for a high.
And it's pretty
nice.
neat. Actually,
Look at that.
Peyton
Very
Royce does a
evenly
back
matched
spinning
people
wheel
here.
left kick, and Spears
Great,
used to
great
always do
matchup.
it, and I feel like he
Double
passed it
drop
on to
kick,
her.
both
He
men
doesn't. He
on
never
the
really
same,
did it in WWE or
wavelength
anything,
there.
but he used to always do it in the wrestling
That's
school.
athleticism, I hate to see it.
It'd be like
It's a
back
game
or
of
front
speed in this
leapfrog,
one.
back
Elian is
leapfrog,
probably the
spinning
fastest
back
hitter
left heel
in
kick.
PWA.
It
Sean
was a
Spears
sweet
isn't far
spot.
behind him, despite being 230 pounds.
Test the
He
strength.
is a fast guy. Oh, it looks like Elian wants to test the strength there.
Thank you for the arm drag compliments. I don't do as many like arm drags and chain wrestling, and I'm just not as quick as I used to be. I try and be a bit more, I strike a bit more nowadays than I did back then. May have lost a step.
And that would be where he gets his English from.
Yeah, this wasn't well thought out, but I had a plan.
I
don't think I could do that anymore.
Putting the knee in behind Elian's knees there.
It's kind of cool to see some of now people wrestling in Ontario Indy watching this matchup.
Jeez, it's hard to believe this is 15 years ago.
That's crazy.
I think I seen someone do some kind of move where they were from the test of strength, so I had some things I wanted to try from that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's going for that Spears sharpshooter, the Spears shooter, as Joe Dog refers it. I remember doing a Willow episode on top 5 commentators, but I didn't do top 5 commentator teams. It was just singles.
It was a good counter on your part. It was cool that referee JC3 didn't count it. Just because the arm wasn't down, but he was there.
Yeah, I didn't hook him right for the small package.
Oh.
I definitely smashed my head there.
I was working with Jesse for so long. Like, quite a group for many years, and like adversaries for many years as well.
Yeah, I feel bad that I didn't actually pick a Jesse Jones match for this. I mean, I could have, should have, and would have, but I just ran out, and I just didn't want to keep overthinking.
In the corner. In the corner goes Elian. Oh, wonderful chop.
Elian, your mic cut out on us again.
Just going right through the chest of Elian Habanero. He should be used to this. This is the punishment he gets if he doesn't finish his fish heads every night. I guess so.
Elian's just going to step up for a quick minute. He'll fix it up by coming back in. We'll hear him again. But this was one of my favorite matches, too. These guys really, really took it to each other. And like you were saying, they wrestled many times with the wrestling school. Nice kick out of the ring.
Spinning heel kick to the outside. Jesse making sure that Elian doesn't get away, that all he does is wrestle and get back in the ring. Jackie Jones looks very concerned on the outside, but Jesse Jones was able to roll Elian back in. Possibly a better.
So just looking at that right there. I'm going to go full screen on the match.
Well, it comes down to practice. Who's stronger here? Jesse can easily pick up Elian and throw him back.
Spears has Jackie Jones as a manager, which was Jesse Jones' wife in the storyline.
Not very likely. I don't think so. Oh, look at this. Sean's got something planned here. Sean Spears possibly going. Possibly.
So just watching this.
In comes Sean Spears.
And checking for Elian. He should be back any minute now.
Up goes the Elian. Slams him down. Beautiful move. Leg drop by Sean Spears. Here goes for the 2. Kick out. Absolutely explosive from Sean Spears. He can translate from a power game to a speed game in a second. And you've seen that, and that's what the WWE has seen in him.
Real great commentary from these two.
So we're very, very proud
Joe Dog and Paul Wright always doing a great job.
Like I said, I like to think he represents both GSW and the PWA here tonight. As I said, he was involved in that big 6-way match in Goderich, Ontario there. Hopefully available on DVD very soon and featuring our commentary as well. DVD's available on our website, purewrestling.cjbay.net, and also at our shows here. Look at this crossbody. Sean Spears able to catch him. Sean Spears now going for that big tilt-a-whirl. Slam.
Oh,
right onto
nice
the knee.
move.
Beautiful backbreaker move by Sean Spears.
You're inaugurating
Sean
the
Spears calling for the end
backbreaker.
here. Sean Spears picking up Elian. Oh! Elian trying to break out of it here. Good. Using his elbows. Slamming him against the head of Sean Spears. Trying to break out of it. Oh, and
Oh.
Elian gets thrown into the corner. Beautiful belly.
It's just cool because this is 2006 and he's
Elian
doing
thrown
some of these
into the
crazy
turnbuckles
bumps and
there.
still wrestling.
Beautiful
15 years
move.
later. Been wrestling about
Elian is
21
having a
years
great
now.
substitute
Elian
actual
has.
victim. I think Sean Spears is only going to get a 2 count here. Elian's too dumb not to kick out.
And sure enough, Elian is able to get the kick out there. Oh, but he's going for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. Go. Oh, he's got a new strategy. Grinding the face in the. Oh, able to kick out. And look at this. Sean Spears getting to his feet before Elian Habanero. Very evenly matched here. And look at this now. Taking Elian to the top. Clubbing blows to the back by Sean Spears. Possibly Sean Spears got him way up there.
There we go. He's back.
Back in. It just keeps saying restart the browser, so I did. I restarted the computer this time. If it does it again, I'll just plug it into my phone.
Going for that German suplex.
Unlike on July 31st, when Sean Spears
He hit that move in Cambridge, like Joe Dog's saying.
One of the highlights of that matchup. Oh, but look at this. He's got this one, though. Elian able to
This was a lot of fun. This was in Brantford. This was during the Indie Wars, GLCW, PWA.
Elian still up top.
I went for a
now.
Harlem Hangover
What's he
here.
got thinking? Going for a front flip.
Oh.
I
Spears
always
moved
wanted to
out
hit
of
that
the way.
move, but I was too scared of the Rick Martel incident when it happened, so I at least attempted it.
That ended Rick Martel's career, basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much why. Because I close my eyes when I do a lot of things in wrestling, so it's not the greatest move to try with your eyes closed.
These two locked up, and it was a heck of a match. Sean Spears waiting now, trying to get Elian to his feet so he can.
Many matches took place at this Jay's place, and sometimes there's nobody there. This crowd looks great. Looks like there's a lot of people there, but sometimes Elian would do these crazy matches with 15 people there, 3 people there, 30 people there, 100 people there. It's always so different, but
It never really mattered to
Actually-
me how many people were there, as long as they were trying to make noise. If the cameras were rolling, I was going all out. And it's so cool because all these matches that I knew were filmed and I always wanted to see and other people see, they can actually see them now. We got a whole bunch here out in the last year.
definitely. And you can check those out on YouTube.com/C/365 Pro Wrestling. Elian uploaded, I'd say, like, I don't know, nearly 1,000 matches for us to now have on that platform.
I was happy to do it.
Hours and hours of.
But like this, I had pictures of this from the SeanSpears.com guy, but I'd never seen this match, and I always really wanted to. And some of the elements, so many ones that I always just wanted to see so badly.
A big shout out to Jesse because he filmed all these. He got the commentary and everything on these matches.
Yeah, he mixed them all.
Jesse was hurt earlier
With like an Xbox controller, microphone. He did commentary.
Beautiful tornado DDT.
Oh.
Spears puts him on the top rope again. Chopping the
See, this is how you got hurt last time when you were sitting up top and then
Spears is
kicked you, or no, he hit the ropes and he fell.
Yeah, there was a lot of continuity from the first match to this one. It's like the moves we tried the first time we could go for, and the opponent would kind of see what was coming, so it would go into a different thing. It's really cool. I think if you watch the first swinging neck breaker,
Yeah, that was
no,
huge.
and then I actually stopped doing it because MVP Michael Von Payton did one where the opponent was just standing in the ring and he'd go off the second and do it. So I just let him. I just never did it again after this, or after I seen MVP do it. But I felt like I was very creative back then. I think I still am, but like some of the stuff I come up with, it's like I maybe be better to give to somebody else too. But like a lot of the stuff in this match was stuff that I wanted to do, and it's hard to say no when you have some pretty cool ideas.
For sure. And a big shout out to Joey Allen. Check this match out. He's been a fan at this point. Running Blockbuster. It's always been one of your big moves, eh?
Yeah, and it's hit or miss. It depends if I catch them at the right time where they're just popping up. because if they're down all the way, it's not executed as well. I just have to time it when they just start to realize, hey, he's not coming, and they just stand up, just are starting to get up, and then I can get that momentum and just flip it. I remember being mad after this match because I was talking to a few people, and they were like, well, Cody Deaner says you have, or Cody Steele at this point, I think, says you don't have any charisma. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, everyone else said it was the best match, but I learned from that. He didn't say it to me.
Elian way up in the lights. What's he thinking here?
I never
That's sometimes when people get mad because people say things and don't say them to the person. Spears, he loved this Death Valley driver.
Elbows to the face.
But it's kind of crazy because you might not have a lot of charisma here, and now you have so much charisma. Like it's crazy how like he went from this kind of wrestler who's like a lot of moves and really into the match to a lot of charisma. He's still doing a lot of moves too, but it's just.
I wish I would have put them all together, though. I wish I would have put it all together a little bit sooner when I still had more left in me as far as not too many injuries, but I still pulled it off, as we'll see later on tonight.
On the other
Jesse
side
always giving me a hard time. It's like he didn't want me to win, but he wanted me to win. He just never. And he tried to give me a foreign object. I didn't want to do cheating.
I've seen you just throw it to the side there. Looks like Spears is not against using it.
And I couldn't hit him back, if anyone's wondering why, because I would be deported to Cuba. Love Cuba, but I wanted to wrestle.
Just how the dog and the family pet gets treated.
Oh, but look at this. Sean Spears has got the chain now.
And Spears and Reggie were feuding at this time a little bit too. And Jesse hit him with a chair before, so like they've had some moments too, Spears and Jesse Jones.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a lackluster finish to the match, but it's set up for all the future shows and stories and everything that was going into it. And I think Spears took the easy way out because he didn't want to be beaten clean by me twice in a row. Because the first match, it was more good guy versus good guy here, but he's kind of showing that he's not being a good guy so much anymore there at the end, hitting me with the chain. But I was really proud of that match. I got to try a bunch of stuff that I've been wanting to do in the ring for so long. And the best thing about having all these matches come out is I'm like, oh, when I get to wrestle again, hopefully soon, I want to try a bunch of this stuff that I used to hang my hat on, I guess.
And it's been a little while. Are you like itching like crazy? I know you did the MCW tapings, but like,
yeah.
In the whole year, like that's got to be the least you've wrestled in probably over a decade.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I was ready for a break, not a break this long. I was taking a break here when 365 started almost a year ago now. Yeah. But I was kind of undecided. I wasn't retiring. I just needed some time off. I needed my body to heal. And now it's like, well, I mean, I'd wrestle tomorrow, obviously, if I could. But it was well needed, the break, but it sucks when it's forced. But maybe that it was meant to be, I think. And hopefully I can come back and have a couple more good years. That'd be an ideal thing for me. And, the next match number 3, is kind of the reason why I had so many injuries was the Elements days. There was a bunch of matches I wanted to pick from the Elements days. It was just a different atmosphere, and there's big crowds. They wanted to see violent stuff, and we gave it to them on more than one occasion. I never really did like any of the barbed wire matches, or other people were doing that and they were good at it. But I did a bunch of like matches with like ladders and chairs and stuff against. I had an incredible feud against Sean Ball. There was some 3-way matches with me and yourself, Eddie Osborne, and Sean Ball and stuff. So out of all the ones that I picked for those Elements days, I picked the one where I ended Sean Ball's career. It was crazy. Can't remember. It was career versus title, as I believe is what it was billed at, and everyone, you can blame me if you see the Super K shirt behind me here. If you're not a big fan of Super K, well, I'm the reason Sean Ball left and another gentleman came in. But I was really, really proud of this match, and just like I was saying earlier, it was so great to finally see that this one make its way onto the social media platforms. The only thing, my only gripe is the Element shows were not that great lighting for the video. It looked awesome in the venue, but it's pretty dark in here. But with the help of the great commentary team and some of the camera work, you get to see most of the stuff here.
Suicide.
There we go.
Definitely not happy with the result. And Elian Habanero
And this
has
ring
definitely
used to
been
break so
dodging.
badly.
Suicide Sean
The way
Ball
the
for months
ring
now.
was built,
Suicide,
it was
willing to
very
risk
hard
it all,
sometimes to get
putting
that canvas
his
tight.
career
It
on
always
the line
bothers me
in the
whenever I
main
watch
event
any
here
of
at
these old
Winterslam.
Element tapes.
Well, folks, I was just released
The
from
match was
St. Mary's
amazing.
It might be
hospital here
weird
in
to see though,
KW.
because
I made it back
you know,
just
I
in
was
time
going
for the
through
main
some
event. You
stuff in
never
my
wanna
life,
miss
and
the PWA main event.
the lovable,
And here
fun,
it
loving
is.
wrestling
Oh,
Cuban.
and if you don't believe me, I got the
At this
wristband
point,
on.
I just kind of joined the
Oh,
dark
the
side with
camera
Jesse
can't see, but
Jones,
look at
and
this.
kind of took all my
Elian
anger
Habanero
over
to
on
the
the other wrestlers, and I
Sean
wasn't the
Ball,
lovable
Elian
Cuban. I was
Habanero.
the angry
Lots of
Cuban
bad
for
blood
not even that
between
long,
these
probably
guys.
only about a year.
Well,
But
like I said,
a
last
lot of
month was
people
title versus
mentioned
title,
to
the
me like, "Oh,
unification
hey,
of the
you
Southern
should
Ontario title
be a bad guy, this
and the
and that,
Internet
or whatever
Championship.
like that." And I
Elian
wouldn't say I was a
Habanero
bad
looking to
guy,
take him over the
but
chair.
I wasn't the
Springboard
normal
moonsault
Cuba
from
you'd be
Suicide.
used to,
Nobody
I
home.
think.
Here we go.
And this is no DQ, as you could probably tell here. There's no rules. Whoever gets the first pinfall or submission, I think it was just his career on the line.
It was just your championship, I think the Internet Championship, versus Suicide Sean Ball's career.
I think what it was is Jesse Jones and me kind of screwed him over a couple times, and for him to get one last shot, he said he'd put his career on the line, right? So.
And it's pretty crazy to see you and Jesse now working together after you guys were so against each other for so long. It was really wild for the fans to see the evil Elian Habanero. I think there's only another maybe couple matches of you, like maybe you and Warhead, and I can't even
I wouldn't
think
even
of
say
any others.
evil. I felt I was justified to be angry, and that's why I didn't include a Jesse match as well, because he's kind of highlighted a lot in this, the one we just watched, and then this one as well. It's a basically 2-on-1 for some of this match here, as you can see Jesse there getting in for me here.
Referee Sean Cassidy, he's still going. Another great referee, so picking some great refs in these matches.
Hung up on that middle rope. Elian Habanero gonna use
Who's commentating? We up?
It's like his
Joe
Joe
Dog
Dog
and
and
Chris.
Chris Crucifixes.
He did a lot of
whatever.
great commentary at Elements. Chris did.
And they knew all the stories and everything that happened in the other shows, and it's hard. You can't hear the crowd one in this one very good, but like Element shows were always hot. They were going nuts and having a fun time and enjoying some adult beverages, and I had some good. I was in probably the best shape of my career right here. I was working out hard. I had a home gym, had the 6-pack going. I had not a lot of weight to me, but I had no body fat.
Suicide finally gets his licks in on Jesse Jones there.
Goes for the blockbuster off the apron. And I didn't rotate quite enough, so I took that on the back of the head and neck area where I should have took it more on the feet, I think.
How many
that's
times
a
have
hard
you
floor.
crashed to the damn floor? It's
It's
gross.
technically a dance floor. That's where to the left over there would be the stage, and that's the dance floor. It's a nightclub, and it's a hard floor, and I'll be
Parker's
more
holding his head
familiar
like
with it.
me.
It wouldn't be the first time we're gonna hit that tonight or in this match.
If he had hit that on Suicide Sean Ball, his career may have been over.
That's very well true, but now Jesse Jones jawing with Sean Cassidy up.
And to think, I was in rough shape. This is probably 2008, and I was in rough shape then. Yes, Sarah Lentz. I notice her on Facebook sometimes. That's awesome. I'm still wearing the shirt right now too, as well. One of the only ones I have left. I was thinking about getting some more made. I had some requests at work, and I'm like, well, I'd probably wait till the show started again to do more shirts. But
The one
it
behind
definitely
you on the
intrigued
wall, the original one. I had one of those, and I had the current one. I was like, I should put the original on, but it does not fit.
I tried making a pro wrestling tees store, and then something didn't work, and then I got frustrated, so I didn't go back to it yet.
That'd be awesome if you did, though. You and Bali probably like 30 times in PWA, like quite a few times. Like you guys had a lot of matches against each other.
Yeah, and there's still one that I always wanted to see so badly, and it's not on tape. It's the first match I ever wrestled against Sean Ball, and it was when I joined with Jesse.
And he was always for these crazy matches as well. DDT right on the chair.
Yeah, I think I was like, dude, I can't do any more of these matches. It's killing me here. And he's like, well, come on, I'm gonna end my career. I want to do it against you, kind of thing, or I'm gonna have a career match or something. So he always could talk me into everything. And I think that's why he loved me, because I'd never say no.
Yeah, he always came with lots of ideas.
This is my favorite sequence in the whole match. I always wanted to do this. I thought it was going to be the coolest thing ever. I mean, for the fans, not for me. But I don't know. It didn't go. It's not as cool as it looked in my head. But I thought this was the neatest thing right here. Gonna throw him over onto the ladder table thing, and then nope, right in the groin.
Crotches himself. There we go. We got Jesse Jones saying hello.
Yeah, I know. Jesse Jones was making a documentary on our whole Elian Jesse Jones story, and the only one is, I believe it was from April, is I have a couple pictures of it from Emmanuel Mello, but me and Sean Ball had a tremendous match, and then at the end, Jesse held his leg, and I won.
Just crazy.
And then I joined the sports generation. Well, that's true. I probably did talk about him some.
It's true.
But I didn't say no as much as some other people.
Wow. It's cool because this is 2006?
I think it's 8.
Okay, 8. I wish we had, just like all of PWA, the big qualm is we never had enough good footage. Jesse did a tremendous job in the Brantford and the Cambridge days, and he did all these as well. But for some reason, every Element show was like, usually we had an issue. I wish we had more of this stuff, just from more angles and stuff.
I was gonna pick another match. I think it was like you versus me versus Sean Ball, but the commentary is really low on it that you can't even hear it. And then half the Elements ones, just the taping didn't work or whatever the case may be. We didn't have very good luck there. Oh, going for the suplex on the floor. Oh, ball driver. Just eating that on the floor, man.
I think that was just belly back on that one.
Yeah, I think he was going for it, but he couldn't hook it.
Yeah. Both guys crashed into the ground. Yeah, as Jesse says.
Not afraid to put his body on the line. You'd have to believe that a lot was taken out of Elian Habanero on that huge back.
This was a different sports generation too. It was like yourself, Matt Burns, Ruffy, Amy Victory. I think the Flatliners, Asylum as well. Just a different group. I don't know if they were all together at this point or not, but
the first ones you said, I wasn't part of it when Asylum was part of it. I don't believe. All right, taking time off and stuff. And oh no,
oh boy.
He's always looking for the new adrenaline rush and trying to do something new and something higher and crazier than the last time. And look at Jesse. I'm not even in it. He picked me up and used me as a great manager would do. He gets you back in there.
He just hurt his Sean Balls.
Yeah, he used to be Bally 21-21. Now he's 17-17 because of that. Oh, I don't remember the Asylum. Probably because of no pictures. I have a bunch of pictures of me and Matt Burns and Amy Victory and Ruffy and Jesse. Blockbuster off the railing.
He got that blockbuster he wanted.
That was huge. Another one on the floor.
Yeah, that floor was not a very nice floor either.
Wow. It was a really cool venue though, like you said. They had just tossed over the guardrail into those chairs with Sean Ball.
I mean, he had it coming. He set it up. The camera missed it a little bit, but I can assure you he splatted there.
Crucifix is really good too. Really good at commentary.
Oh, not only great at commentary, he knows so many facts about everyone. Well, I mean, I guess that's part of commentary, but yes, I remember because Jesse made me buy a suit, and I'm like, I don't have money for a suit, and I got one at Valor Village for like $23.
Somehow Sean Ball was able to kick out after getting launched over that guardrail and through those damn chair table here on the floor. And
about to end Sean Ball's career here.
Scooping up Suicide Sean Ball.
Yeah, I miss these days. They were good times.
I liked it because all the crazy stuff we did, the fans there really seemed to appreciate it. And that was my old finisher there, the Cuban Missile Crisis. I picked him up like a body slam, and then kind of turned it into a DDT. And then I stopped doing it because I couldn't do it to everybody. I couldn't pick everybody up, and it didn't always look like that's what I was doing. And I don't think people could. I don't think the casual fan really registered what it was. And as you could see in all these matches, I used to always do the blockbuster. So I just kind of transitioned over to the blockbuster. I can do to anybody, anywhere, anytime, any situation, kind of thing.
He's like Bob the Builder here, making a table of chairs and a ladder.
Elian Habanero
Wow.
looking good after launching.
Might as well feed him a nice dinner before he ended his career. But no.
Bally,
he busted his balls. I don't know if you can say that on Facebook Live.
He brings Elian Habanero the
These are
table.
crazy matches. I think, yeah, he was busted. I remember pictures of it. Emmanuel and This Is It always taking great pictures as well. So many great picture takers. Skullmaster now doing a ton of pictures for us.
And a long storied history. There's a lot of beer there on the floor.
So much.
Long storied history of Suicide Sean Ball's about to end. I'm going to smash him through the table and smash him through the ladder, and then hopefully he'll never come back. I don't know if anybody knows Sean
There's
Ball.
The ball driver.
Oh, God. That knocks the wind out of you, even if you breathe the right way. Even in the ring. He hit a couple ball drivers off the top rope to me a couple of times. Holy smokes.
So good.
I wish we had that Riverboat Festival match there. We did like the Riverboat Festival, and it was like me, Sean Ball, Rip Impact, and some other guy, Don Paisan. Man, that was a good match, but I never seen that one either.
I feel like I've seen it.
Really? I haven't. I have pictures of it.
Maybe that's what it was. I've seen pictures of it, but Sean Ball going up top. Jeez. What a leg drop through the table. Amazing. I used to always say Joey might not know all the moves, but he's so excited and emotional about everything. It added so much to the matches.
Yeah, he definitely. Yes, Bally. The old compliment. Bally 1717 is it's not Super K 1717. This Suicide Sean Ball joining us, going back to his glory days here. And here comes old Durag Eddie.
That was a little smaller then. But like you were saying earlier on, we were
a lot of people say that I didn't retire Sean Ball, that Eddie Osborne did, but I disagree.
Suicide's up now. Oh my God! Holy crap! He demolished that friggin' ladder right in the middle of the ring.
It's sometimes I don't want to talk. I'm just kind of like admiring it too, as well.
That's it. Sean Ball's gone.
Especially when you have that great commentary.
Sean Ball.
Bye, Ball.
No. Like I said earlier, Joe.
And yeah, it's good to have Jesse there to drag you to the back. Oh yeah, when I did the that's the same thing with the I always use Tempted to Touch, but for the other than the one show in Godrich where Lars kept bugging me to use that other one, I used the Fabulous Don Dolly remix, and I love that song so much, and it sounded awesome in Elements when it was played that loud. Great song. Don Omar featuring Fabulous Dolly Dun Dolly remix.
What a matchup that was. We got another question coming in for you, Elian.
Oh, what happened if they I did get hurt. I was hurt in that match a lot. I had to, I think I took every second Element show off, to be honest, because, I always had something really, I went all out in those matches, and I was just like, this is my legacy. This is what I was born to do. I'm going to have the craziest matches that everyone's going to remember, even though barely anyone remembers them now. That's why I'm playing these. And now I do less, but people seem to remember me more with the modern era, with more, cameras, and people have social media. They can upload pictures of the matches and stuff like that. So I was hurt a lot in that era. I was really banged up a lot of times, going to the hospital and missing work. And just all that kind of stuff. And I ended up taking some time off about a year after that, and for other reasons as well. But
I remember though,
yeah,
any time that you were supposed to have like a singles match, or you and Bolly was maybe like nothing's gonna be crazy about this one, I'd end up coming up with like, hey guys, this person couldn't come, so we can't have this match. So you guys mind with maybe a ladder, a chair, something like that? And you guys are like, yeah. Like,
I don't even remember. It wasn't up to
it
me
was
how we
always
got all
the
the
crazy
tables
matches.
and ladders. Like, where did you get all that stuff from? The tables and ladders, and
I don't even know.
because
Probably
we
Kitchen
broke
Keith.
everything. But yeah, so many matches I could put against Sean Ball and his alter egos there, and I just picked that one. Not saying it's my favorite, but I love that match a lot, and it's pretty cool to talk about that. I retired Sean Ball. I retired 2 people in wrestling. That's pretty good. And so we're down to the top 2 here. The next match I picked is the only one I picked from the Alpine Club, Kitchener, one of my favorite venues. And this is when it was really hot. Speaking of hot, the shirt this way, Hot Mess Express. Lenny Lilac and Beautiful Bia kind of anointed me as like a third member of the Hot Mess Express, and we were having a lot of problems. There was a lot of people in the PWA at that time that were not doing things the right way, in my opinion, and just doing whatever they could to conquer the PWA. And there was like Corey Spade and Tex Lexus and Joey Allen, who flip-flop more times than Big Show. So this is a 3 versus 3 match. I also wish the entrances were on this match, but the entrances are 10 minutes. But then if we put them all up, like, I think I have the Clay Wilson one with entrance like as well somewhere there. But then it gets copyrights and you can't make a few dollars from it. But this match was like 35 minutes in total, including the entrances. It was me, Beautiful Bia, Lenny Lilac versus Corey Spade, Tex Lexus, Joey Allen. This was Tex's first time in a ring, and he'd been getting on the fans' nerves for so long, and they wanted to see him get what was coming to him, and we're all going to witness it right now.
And again, this is a fan cam angle, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, it's from the corner. It's not. We probably don't even have this match like filmed anywhere else.
I think it's Irene, and she moves around a lot, though. She ends up getting some better stuff here.
Oh, that's awesome. And you can see the Alpine Club. We've been there for many years now, but we have ceiling fans. There's those blue flags there are actually like plywood, and then there's the cable across the ring as well. Oh,
Joey Allen just manhandling me. You know,
I was surprised this match made it, but I thought it was cool because there's so many people in it. I thought there was another Elian versus Al match that was really good too.
Yeah, but he put one of ours.
He did.
Like I said, same with Reggie and the Warhead one. They picked me, so I just didn't want to recycle. And this one was good because there's a bunch of matches with Lenny I wanted, some with Bia I wanted, some Joey Allen. So it kind of covered everything, and the story was great in this.
Yeah.
And the crowd was really hot, and the camera work gets better here.
Flipping leg drop.
I thought you were going to say no because I don't think it was on YouTube. I mean, technically, I guess it is now.
I stole it from Irene and I put it on her YouTube, so it is there on the 365 Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. Nice pin. It's also like at this point I don't think Lenny been wrestling very long at all. I know, like you said, Corey Spade had maybe a couple matches, and Tex never been in a ring before. So this is a lot of people who've never wrestled a lot in this big 6-man
Keep
tag.
your eye on this.
Oh.
There's a better camera angle that someone has when I did my top 10 moves or whatever thing on Facebook gimmick. Joey Allen calls that the brother rocker.
The pounce, the brother rocker. I like it.
And that was before all the pounces were coming up. I know it's kind of went viral. The pounces, everyone has a good pounce spot, but I hadn't seen a lot at this time. This has got to be 2016 or 17.
Old school Eddington James, the referee. It was crazy because at the time, year 3 of that Hot Mess Express was everyone loved you guys. It was wild how much love you guys had. Then Tex had so much heat, Corey Spade so much heat, and Joey Allen was always with one of those two guys.
I was just so happy to be included in this. And this is one of those matches where, like, I'm a pretty emotional guy. But I don't cry when I'm sad or angry. I cry when I'm happy. And I had a few tears going home this night. It was just so beautiful to me. The way wrestling works, I don't want to spoil anything here, but we don't even win the match, but we leave to a standing ovation. Like, it's just, wrestling is so magical. And when you tell a good story and, like, hit everything the way you want it to be, and I don't know. Oh, now you zoom in. I was just about to cut it off. Anyway, yeah, this was one of those nights where it was just like, this is why I wrestle. Like, just to have that feeling and know that people are so behind you and they're hanging on everything and they really care if you win or lose. Like, even the wrestling that are like, oh, well, it's predetermined. When the fans get lost into it and they really believe. I actually did have a nap after work there, PW Big Ticket, and it's funny because on your stream I commented that you started smoking 3 packs a day, so we're both dissing each other that way. But yeah, I actually did have a nap after I cooked the cameraman's dinner there.
Big Ticket Reggie Marley missed his episode. He thought it was in different times. So.
It's on YouTube.
Exactly.
And I couldn't pick the Reggie matches because he picked them. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
And you were quite happy you picked the first one, not the second one? Was there any reason behind that?
I'll talk about that a little bit more later tonight, but I just had nothing left, and I was more proud of the retirement match for my own performance. Both were great atmospheres and some of the greatest moments I've had in wrestling. With 3 of them would be with Reggie, but I didn't pick any of them because we just did it last week. Although it'd be cool to hear my point of view from it. Maybe we could do one down the road. Like, we could have me versus Jesse 5 matches, and we can, like, you know, do double commentary, or like me versus Reggie or me versus Ball, anyone, right? Like, you could kind of do that with 2 people as well.
We're hoping to have kind of like 4 people on at a time. So even if you had like you, Mia, and Lenny on to talk about just your group, and if there's enough matches of you guys together, talk about some of those.
Yeah, give them the tag if they want to tag it now. But I'm not gonna be one of those, hey, I have the ego, this is all about me. It's not all about me, because all these matches, if without the referees and the fans and the opponents, it's nothing. Like, I could show up every day, but it's more than it. They say it's not a team sport, but it really is. It's a team production to give those fans a show like we gave them in the Alpine Club so many times.
For sure. They don't open the door, we can't come in. So everyone's important. People love Lenny here, and Lenny versus Corey would do good business for me.
Yeah, the Jake the Snake match. I watched that there. That's when I was one of my many times injured. I got to go there and watch Lenny versus Corey tear the roof off with Jake doing this run in there or walking. And I don't know if anyone noticed here, but we just destroyed them for like 5 minutes. I mean, Joey tossed me around a little bit, but we're the Hot Mess Express is taking it to the I don't know what their team name would be, the Dinks. Can you say that on Facebook Live? And then look at this, Lenny throwing Bia over.
Not going to press slam, but awesome.
Going for the knockout punch. And here we go. It gets a little bit better camera work here. Someone's saying Lenny F him up, and someone giving Irene a hard time, and she's like, nope, I'm going here. Too bad.
Skullmaster in there.
And then
oh boy,
Bia does her thing, so I'm going to do it too. Knock down the bowling pins. This is my favorite moment here from the dive. This is my favorite spot of the whole match. I love this because Bia went over the top rope. I went off the apron. Is Lenny going to go to the outside? Do they want to see him dive? And the crowd goes bonkers.
See, I thought
the spot's ready. Lenny's going to dive, and then perfect timing. Look at this. Perfect. I just love that. I love it so much. I think it was a joke too. I'm like, Lenny, you're gonna do a dive, right? Like, and then that's what ended up happening. But no one was mad that they didn't get to see the dive. That's how you know
They get to see
People
him
are digging
squish
it.
Corey's fade, so that's always a win.
I think Lenny using the fork here. That's why he keeps turning away from old school.
What a dirty guy.
And I hate to play spoilers so far, but Tex was the one that kind of set this all up. He had screwed us all on multiple occasions, as Corey and Joey Allen did too. But like I said, he'd never been in the ring before, and a lot of people bought tickets to see Tex get his butt whipped, but he's weaseling his way out kind of. He hasn't gotten the ring yet. This is match number 2, one left after this. And he talks a big game. Yeah, I was saying that when at the beginning that especially with my entrance, that I really wish everyone could see why the fans were cheering so hard for me. But yes, the ring entrance is
They were huge.
but that's why you got to see it live. This is just the footage that you get to see on the thing. If you really want to see, I think the full, like for me and most people's, like the full Elian experience, you'd have to see a live show. It doesn't. None of these matches do it justice on tape, as far as I'm concerned. Anything, the moves, how loud the crowd was, any of this stuff. Yeah, this was one of my most funnest matches in Alpine Club for sure. I mean, I had so many, but this one is definitely. Like I said, it brought a tear to my eye when I went home that night. And look I'm still fighting back. Like, can't keep Elian down because, like, I'm technically the weak link here. Like, I just try and survive long enough to tag in one of my partners. And the numbers game is catching up to old school. It's just too much to contain for him here. You can't put the blame on old school.
These were 6 of the biggest personalities in PWA wrestling too. You have Reggie Marley obviously as well, who's making some comments, but like all 6 of these guys in the ring were big players for us.
And like the whole show is stacked because you'd have Reggie on there, you'd have Easy and Josh Alexander, and like the Super K would have been on there. Like this was just one match of the whole night.
I'll do that.
See, and now the crowd wants Tex. They're going crazy. They want Tex, not in a good way. They want to see him get his butt kicked. And of course, classic manager style, he's going to come in when it's not an even playing field. And Tex, all his dirty little tricks there.
We haven't seen him online lately. He used to make a lot of videos, and him and Jacob must be, I don't know.
He's doing a lot of comments. He's going in the comments section. You can tell he's bored. I'd like to see a weekly, like whatever's trending, Tex does a video on. I think they could really get over. But yeah, I don't know if he's pouting or what the case may be. And the old school chant there, that was pretty cool. It's like even old school was a personality. Like everyone was there in the Alpine Club. Great memories. Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Hopefully this year. And hello to Fox as well. I seen your message. Thanks so much for checking this out.
And listen to the crowd. Like they're just willing me. Like because by this time I'm really tired. Like I'm tired just from running around, and I'm just tired from yelling and screaming at the fans and at the other wrestlers. And now I've been getting beat up for a couple minutes here, but they always just get behind me, and it's just like I won't quit because of the fans. I know that sounds cliche, but like it means the world to me hearing those chants. I wrestled for years and years and years, and to little or no crowd noise, or like even a bit, but like nothing like I was getting at the Guelph and Alpine Club in my later years. Heinz, he wishes he was more regular. They have fiber for that, but you know, everybody's got different systems. I have a fast metabolism, so I don't have to worry about that. And not anything left in my tank here, as I'm just like not even fighting back. I'm just kind of trying to like reverse it a little bit and try and get to my corner. It's always nice when you got Lenny in your corner or a fired up Bia. You notice how she's bouncing around antsy to get in, but I always liked when I teamed with Lenny because I knew I had that guy that could clear the bases.
I couldn't really watch tonight because I was doing the football.
And here we go.
Here it is.
It took everything just to get off my hands and knees to make the tag.
Some big dusty elbows. Right on the elbow, too.
Finally, Tex get hit. That was the first time, I think. Well, I punched him once in the corner fighting back, but that was pretty much first time Tex got his noggin knocked. And there's Bia. I noticed she's been talking about wrestling, so maybe she'll be coming back when the pandemic's over there.
Another rocket launcher.
We always, especially at the beginning of this match here, but we always did some double team stuff too when we could.
As cool, we have CC Moss, Bia's sister, on the podcast this coming Monday. So you'll hear
They're
about...
sisters?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, kill switch. I'm prettier.
Yeah, we got it here. Oh man.
Real breaks it up.
How bad am I really hurt? It's rough getting up in the morning. I'm basically a cripple, but by keeping active, I think that makes it so I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm in rough shape. I'm really beat up. I have too many injuries that I'm not going to go on for an hour here, but like my elbows, it hurts when I press them against the thing. My back's messed up, my neck, my knees. But it was all worth it. I'm not complaining whatsoever. I got to live my dream.
You're like a code breaker there.
And I'm wearing Texas bandana. I don't know if anybody can notice that. Oh. And this match is breaking down here. Old school. He's concentrating what's going on in the ring, but I mean, that's all he can really do.
And Bia and Alan had hell of a feud as well.
Yeah, they had a good match the show before this.
Absolutely.
And they lost, or we lost. But stick around here. Don't turn this one off. The ending is the best part. Oh, you're going to get the YouTube copyright, though. But it's worth it. This is the best part. To me, anyway. So, Joey Allen, Corey Spade, they're happy to get out of there by sneaking the victory. They had a good game plan, and they executed it. So, they're getting out of there. And Tex is celebrating like he just won the Super Bowl. I mean, I guess it's his first match, his first win. And I guess they just didn't think about this, his hired gun, so they just leave him out there.
I think these were for the tag titles as well.
Yeah, that's when we and Lenny lost him, I believe.
Yeah, Joey with all the belts, the retired Elite belt, Pure Violence belt, tag belts.
Everything but the main one, I think, at this point. And as you can see, I'm apologizing to Bia, as I did on so many occasions when I let her get her hair cut because I was handcuffed. And we won a lot, though, too.
Very emotional things. Like when she was cutting the hair right there, that was crazy. Cutting the mom's
It's her
head.
sister.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I don't know how to say her real name. Is it Obi Trice, like Beatrice, or? And look at Tex. He has no clue. He may have won the battle, but he lost the war kind of gimmick.
Let me zoom in a little bit on that. There we go.
The celebration is over. And everyone's just loving seeing this.
Oh!
Bia's going up for her toad splash.
It's just hard at the Open Club. This, I think, injured Tex.
And I stole something from my kid, my cameraman here. I did the teabag gimmick where whenever they kill each other on the video games, they teabag.
Yep.
And Tex, like everyone, like see, like we're the winners. Like we're we're not losers in anybody's minds tonight.
Yeah.
It's not over. It's not over. I know you're itchy on that
Oh,
trigger
no,
finger, but
getting these comments in. Throwing you back on.
and then I took his belt off. It's the only time I ever took a man's belt off. other than my own, of course. And then I just kind of warmed up for Bia, and like she took out all her frustration here.
When she did it to Joey Allen, that was disturbing as well.
I encouraged it. I'm kind of a bit of a disturber here. I was like, oh, I'm not going to really hit him with the belt, but I might just place it here in case. And then never seen Lenny do an elbow where the guy was the other way, and then look at this. I put his bandana back on. I want to see the teabag thing.
I think you just did it.
And then the music. You gotta keep playing it. Please keep playing it.
I'll keep it going.
It was so amazing. Like we do like a walk around. Like you know how like at the theater the performers do like a bow at the end kind of thing, and then we like go around and get our flowers from the fans. I don't know. The dancing part. There, I teabagged him right there. That's what the cool kids do on the game. And then we go around the ring, and it was just such a perfect night. Like they were just like, we lost the match, we lost all our belts. Yeah, like we're heroes. Like everyone's staying around to cheer us, and like I don't know. I just love the magic of wrestling. It's just so amazing. And then Letty and B are dancing, so Joe Dog becomes my dance partner, even though I have 2 left feet. I just want to see that part. I think
it works out because he has 2 right feet.
Oh yeah. And I just love Lenny's choice of theme music and stuff like that.
I think he recently, I think this happened X amount of years ago, and it came up in the memories for Facebook for him. So he posted his entrance not too long ago.
It's so amazing. Like everyone can go home happy, even though we lost. Oh, cool! You have the thing at the bottom there, it's telling us the not a COVID cases for today. And oh no, it's my stats.
Here's the dancing.
I don't know. It was just such a great night. I mean, you really had to be there, but I think everyone got the gist of it. I'm happy to be doing this.
I'm so happy you're doing it as well.
It's easy for me because I don't know how much I should talk or not talk.
Just keep going.
That's number 2.
Before you go to number 1, though, you got to plug this.
Okay. Join Elian Habanero. That's me, Cuba, on Twitch, Twitch TV /Elian Habanero. I usually stream. I play the Super Mega Baseball 2. I have a Team 365 headbutts. It's got a lot of the old PWA guys on there. About 8 games left before the playoffs, if I make the playoffs. I usually do that nightly. I actually, if this ends, I might do one at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight because Canucks are on at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So I usually do it at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to try and do one tonight at 9, but it's fun. I tell wrestling stories. It's usually only 30, 35 minutes. I play the game. It's a quick game. Tell wrestling stories, tell what's going on in my life. If I'm meeting any females or any of that kind of stuff. And I really have a good time. And usually Jonah_Stewart, one of the famous refs from the Alpine Club's days, we have a schedule where he usually goes at 9:30, plays Bush League hockey, and then I go at 10. So follow both of us, please. I made 8 cents yesterday from ads. I was pretty thrilled for that. We're doing number 1 then, or
number 1's up.
Okay, so the reason I picked this one is for sentimental value. The man here on the screen, he doesn't want the spotlight. Oh, he's got the spotlight. Eddie Osborne. I started with this guy. We did backyard wrestling since like 1997. He was Eddie Osborne back then. I moved from Campbell River, BC, to Cambridge, Ontario in the year 2000 when I graduated. He was a year younger, so he was still in grade 12, and I moved to the Hart Brothers School. We kept in touch on the MSN Messenger, and he said he wanted to do it too, and everyone can blame me. I'll take the blame, but I said it's worth your while if you really want to do it, and he moved out, and out of our first 100 matches each, I probably wrestled him 20 times, and we had a lot of great matches back then, and I really wished everyone could see it, or there could have been bigger crowds, or we had our characters figured out better. And I always wanted another match against him to everyone can see kind of the old stuff and the new stuff mixed. I wish this one had entrances too. But and then I was really banged up, and I didn't look like it was going to happen. I'm not counting the Varney tag match. So we hadn't wrestled in like 10 years almost, since the Elements days, I believe. And so what happened was, it was going up to the final PWA show. The show before I won the Elite Championship from Eric, and the Pure Wrestling, or Elite from Joey Allen, and the Pure Wrestling Championship from Eric. And then this was the second to last show. It was the last PWA show in Guelph. And then the next night was going to be the last PWA show in Kitchener. Whoever won this match would go in and face Reggie Marley for the chance to be the last ever Pure Wrestling champion. And I don't know, this just one, I couldn't sleep after this match. One, I was in a lot of pain, but it was absolutely perfect to me. There's no other match that was absolutely perfect, because none of them are perfect. I can nitpick everything, but I choose not to. There's not really a lot to nitpick anyway, but this match against Eddie Osborne, the last PWA show in Guelph, meant the world to me, to do it with the guy I started with, and for everyone to see us, that like what we had been doing for years, but we could finally do it in front of a hot crowd. And man, that's pretty much all I can say about that.
It was a lot of fun for me, but I'll talk after the match. So here we go. This is number 1 on Elian Habanero's favorite 5, or Fave 5, however we're doing this. Eddie Osborne, Elian
Representing
Habanero.
Moonshine Mafia,
Michelle killing it as a ring announcing.
Yep, Michelle doing it up.
Great. I was on the phone. I couldn't even see the last thing with Lenny. I was on the phone for 2 hours reeling in the fit.
hailing from Havana, Cuba, weighing 199 pounds, he is the PWA Pure Wrestling
I remember I was standing in your place, and we had all around the world.
Sensation,
Just gonna turn it down a bit. Yep.
Michelle kills it, and she sometimes to do it in Spanish too. Not everybody could do that.
No, I remember I was standing in your place, and we could have talked about this match so many times, and we didn't until like the day of. Once we got there, like once the ring was up, I was surprised, because you're like, I don't know yet. I don't know what I want to do, and I'm like, I'm not sure what I want to do. So it's kind of we had so much time to prep for this match. This last time ever, probably never even wrestle each other again. Like we don't know if it'll ever happen again. So this was huge for me, this match.
That's why I picked it, because I overthinking it, and I wanted it to be the greatest thing to me and to the fans, obviously, as well. But I wrestled this match more for myself. But it was just, I don't know, like the full circle, I guess, kind of thing. And yeah, I just didn't know what, like I wanted to be so good that I like couldn't think of anything that would be perfect. And then the fact that it, to me, ended up being perfect, I don't know, it definitely brought a tear to my eye. And the crowd. And it's fun, too. I love watching Joe Dog's in the corner there, but eventually he goes over by the curtain with Warhead, and they're watching it. And I think like Jesse Bieber and a couple guys, Liam Carr, were over to the right, and they were reacting good, and the crowd was hot for the whole thing. But this match killed me, really. I could not wrestle the next day, and I still wrestled the next day. I should not have, but when you have the final PWA show against Reggie Marley, you show up even if you're not able to be, you're not physically cleared or whatever.
I remember you didn't even want to watch it at first, and they were just watching some music videos and talking. You're like, all right, put it on. And they're like, no. Like,
it's too much to process.
Watch it again.
It was too much. I knew if I watched it, then I'd want to watch it. I don't even know if either of us slept that night, or if we did, it was like from like 9 in the morning till noon or something.
I remember leaving to do ring crew and stuff like that, and you like just went to bed. I'm like, I don't know how he's gonna do it tonight.
I love this because it was like I was able to incorporate my old moves and my new moves. To me, this was like the complete package of Elian. It was what Elian should be. A little bit crazy, hard bumping, had some unique stuff no one else did, but like really got the crowd behind him and really was charismatic there. And I remember eating that.
Right now, because we're talking, but the splat on the floor of Elian's body, the sacrifice he made, had to be worse than dropkick.
I think the thing I want to point out too is back in the day, like 2005, 2006, I was doing crazy matches, and all the veterans are like, why are you doing that stuff and no selling and doing all these crazy moves? And then by this time, that's what was popular. Like, that's what WWE does now. Like, it's all the stuff I was doing before that I got crapped on for. Now that was like the way people wrestled, and I'm like, I don't even know if I could do that anymore. So to be able to be like, no, like I can hang. I think I can hang, man.
Your video froze, but your volume's still going.
All right, here, let me restart it.
All right, so Elian will be back again in a second. That's his, like, always used to do that. Spin kick in the corner. We're just going to wait for Elian to come back here. I rock him on this one. With the back elbow there, he ate it hard. And again, he's having some issues with the camera and stuff, so he's not being detected. But this was a very special match. It was a lot of fun. For the Pure Wrestling Championship. I think at the time I was also six-time champ, so if I would have won, I'd have been 7-time champ. And then I would face Reggie, so there's a lot of fun stuff like that with the numbers. And there we go, we got Elian back here. Put him on top.
No, for next I ever try and do something like this.
And then the fun part, I was just showing how I caught you and hit that back elbow. I remember, like, I rocked him. I could feel your head all through my arm. I'm like, usually I'm pretty good with that, but for some reason I was wrestling Elian, so I hit him probably harder than I needed to.
Yeah, I always had no problems laying it into you. I feel like it's weird like that. The people that you hate, you're softer on. The people that you really are close with, you don't mind as much because you want it to look good, and it's like, well, they'll still love me after this. And I think I always wanted to be like the guy where, like, you're like, when you see him, it's not fake. I didn't like to get my hands up or I'd sneak it in at the last second. I wanted people to be like, oh, wow, yeah, he really took it there.
This is fun.
Even that, I'm not saying that's good advice to give to any young wrestlers, but that's just kind of my mentality back, especially when I was a young lad.
Used to do that long ago.
I know. And no, I kind of didn't look as good. I don't think I got up as high, but what it was supposed to be like into like a diamond cutter RKO thing. I used to do it into a DDT a lot too.
Yeah.
If it was the belly to back one.
I was gonna say the belly to back one where Elian was always really inventive and creative.
I like this because it's like the greatest hits. It's like we both just more so me than you, I think, because you always are changing up your thing. But it was just like we just kind of traded like big sequences here, and like
I'll be right back.
Oh no, he's leaving me solo. What should we do? Should we make fun of Eddie the whole time? Come on, let's see the comments. What should we do? Oh no, he's back. Shh, this is just between us. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Hey, welcome back, Eddie.
Thank you.
And this one, I did that weird. I almost got it in the dink.
My kid wanted to say something.
I think this is another old school chant coming up here. That's what would be 2 matches in a row with an old school chant.
Yep.
And I love this. If you watch when the move happens here, just watch everybody in the background, because that's what I do. I've watched this match like 100 times, and the first couple times I watch my execution of all the moves, and then the next time I start watching the looks in the crowd faces. But look at Joe Dog and Warhead. They're right by the black curtain there. I love it. I love it. And I don't know if I've seen that a lot. I think I was trying to think, like, what is the hot indie matches? What does everyone do? Everyone does a move on the apron, and I'm like, well, what are we going to do? Everybody has done everything. I don't know if anyone's done a neck breaker. You see, like, suplexes and other stuff, but I could be wrong, but I just had never seen it, so that's why I did it. And Denise Crooks there, I have her on Facebook, one of my favorite fans in Guelph. She always forcing me to get up. Not in Guelph, Cuba. I can probably do it word for word. Not tonight, buddy. Get up, Cuba.
Yeah. You can kind of hear in the background,
I'm
too.
like, dude, just let me lay here for a minute. Like I really basically just jumped up and then fell on the floor. Like, yes, I took a lot out of you, but like I said, I close my eyes when I do a lot of moves. A lot of my moves, like when I land, whether I'm doing the move or taking the moves. Oh, here we go.
You just hear your body
was the one that that was the one I didn't recover from. Really, I honestly felt like I couldn't breathe right here. Like you see old school check on us, but I'm like, I can't breathe. Like I was going like I hit so flush. Like usually I land with my feet and back and just kind of spread it all out, but that one it just was like directly in the middle of the back, and just thank God they were giving us a chant there. But like I said, I close my eyes on a lot of stuff. I have like this awareness of gravity in my own body, where usually I can nail it. I'm really good at landing safely, not as safely as other people maybe would like, but like being okay after. But just I can close my eyes and just like know where I am. Like so when I did that jumping neck breaker, I grabbed you, and then as soon as I grabbed you, I just closed my eyes, and I didn't break my ankle or nothing like that. That's kind of weird. You think I'd need to see where I was landing, and I always wanted to do that. No one wanted to do that, so thank you,
I remember
Eddie.
you saying that. You're like, you got to do this one move for me. Like, no, and then it was this. I'm like, that's still gross.
I thought it was going to be different, where I'd like basically swanton on your knee, and I think that's why no one wanted to take it, because it'd break their knee, but it ended up looking better. And there's Lefty, the cheerleader. Lefty, the cheerleader in the background, trying to, it's like, come on, Lefty.
Somebody
Like
peeking
cheer ring girl. But good for him, trying to help any way he can, as always.
I guess
I don't think we have Lefty's camera angle of this, do we?
There must be, because I have clips of our match in a different way.
Oh, do you? Oh, that's right.
Well, someone gave her a thumbs down.
Oh, jeez.
Finished her. And he kicked out. Which is very rare. Not too many people kicked out of that.
I just remember being very adamant. I'm like, you have to push me off so I can take a step or two into it. Don't want to give too many tricks of the trade away, but I just remember I'm like, I need to take that like one step into it. And I love the chant, let's do wrestling.
It's because it's your chant, right? You made that one.
Yeah, well, it went from I love wrestling, when I come out I go, I love wrestling, to let's do wrestling, because then I'd be in the ring and I'd be like, ring the bell, let's start wrestling, come on, let's do this, and be like overexcited to try and get the crowd excited, like, we're here to have fun, let's do it, right? And it's nice when they do it for me. I know a bunch of people put like the hashtag I love wrestling, be it the I love wrestling shirt. We should all love wrestling. I never get mad at any of that. I don't think I started I love wrestling, but I kind of like made it my own there for a bit there, but then I changed it to let's do wrestling. And I'd love to have a shirt that says let's do wrestling, ring the bell on the back. And there we go. So I don't know. I just think it was a really great match. I don't know if it's my greatest match. These are not my favorite 5, but they're the 5 that I was feeling today. I want to do it again. I really do. And I have so many great stories about matches that I love. And these ones, I love them all for different reasons. And I know I left a lot of people out and stuff like that, but there's so many. It is called the favorite 5, but tomorrow my answer might be different there. But I appreciate everyone watching and want to let me be a part of this. And thanks for the invitation to do this.
No, thanks so much for coming on and doing it. We'll have to have you on again because you're one of the guys who has lots of matches in PWA. And any closing comments? I'll just leave it all to you now.
If anyone has any last minute questions, if not, I guess I could do my closing monologue here. I didn't prepare one. I have notes here. I'm not putting over the Twitch thing again. That's just too petty. But thank you for putting it over. Then I don't have to. But no, these are the cool things to be able to do this stuff now, to like look back, like when I was doing these matches, like the one against Spears was 2006 and the Bali one was 2008, that 12, 14, 15 years later, we could do this. And I have some early ones, so maybe we could do that one time. Thanks for supporting Lefty and everybody there. And, that watched it and commented on it. Bali, you do a great one. That'd be awesome. And you should do one. And I'd love to see that next week. It's not hard. And if you can't do the thing that I'm doing, which isn't hard, you don't even need a headset. You can do it without the headset. I just did it so like the cameraman's playing games, that it would be quieter and I could hear everything better. But you could just do it how you did on the New Year's Eve thing. You just join the StreamYard and it's pretty cool. Like back in the day, we were just lucky to have our matches filmed, and some guy would get a camcorder and film it, and you were just happy to have that. But to share this with everybody, I don't know how many people were watching, but as long as there was a couple people watching, then it's good enough for me. Let's do more wrestling. Let's do more Fave Fives. I love wrestling. I love my fans, and I love Eddie Osborne for inviting me on. Thank you guys. Cuba.
Bye for now, guys. Next week on Monday, we have CC Moss doing the 365 Pro Wrestling Podcast. And then on Thursday, we have Judas Icarus coming in with his favorite 5. So we'll definitely check those out. And definitely check out Jonah Stewart for some Bush League hockey. We're going to try and rate them. I haven't done it on this system, so I'm going to go to Elian's Twitch thing right now. And then I'm going to leave, and we're going to try and get to Jonah's Bush League hockey. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Bye.